Tonight I will be making my chicken Alfredo pizza, but we have to make the pizza dough first, and I am going to be making sourdough pizza dough with my sourdough discard that I have accumulated. All you need for the pizza dough is discard, bread flour, water, and some kosher salt. This is my first time doing it. It looks pretty easy. And I got a little helper back there, so let's do this. In a large bowl, we're just mixing together the flour, the warm water, the sourdough starter, and the salt. A little bit faster. Try not to, make sure you get it all in the bowl.
I'm going to pat it.
Hopefully I have enough sourdough.
Messy girl.
You are a messy girl.
Okay, well then you can't fucking download it. End of discussion. Don't ask me.
Don't do it too fast because we don't want to spill.
Yeah.
There we go. There's our water. Okay, there you go. Because it has different measurements.
Set the timer. I'm make it set. Poke. Poke.
I don't see any more dry flour. So now the next step is we just let it rest for about 20 minutes and then we'll be back.
Mommy.
All right, this is our dough.
I can't
Here,
reach.
okay. So we're going to move the timer to the number 20. No, that's too far, too far. Number 20, right there. Okay. So the next step is we got to stretch and fold. And we have to do this, said 4 to 6 times every 15
Can
minutes.
I stretch and fold?
You want to stretch and fold?
Yeah.
All right, we need to wet our hands. Let me see your hands. And let's
Put them up.
and go like that and fold it over. All right, your turn.
But I can't reach.
Yep, so take it and fold it over.
Take it and fold it.
Okay.
Mommy.
This is not a fun part. The phone fell off of the tripod. So we did the fold, and now we're just going to cover it back up, let it sit, and then we're going to do about 4 to 6 times every 15 minutes. So this is what the dough looks like. And now we just let it sit for 15 minutes and we'll do another fold and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, I folded it 4 more times, let it rest for 15 minutes each time, and put it in the oven for 2 hours. And now it has risen, and it is time to knead in some flour and get this dough started. I'm also going to be cooking the chicken as well. I'm not making homemade Alfredo sauce. It's coming out of the jar. But let's make this pizza. So, on a lightly floured surface, you're going to divide the dough in half because this makes 2 pizzas. That's not half. Yeah, it is. Close enough. Close enough to being half. All right, then we're going to stretch it into a rectangle. I really dislike. So we're stretching it out. And then we're going to fold inwards to create our dough ball. Okay, while our dough is resting, I'm going to do the chicken. And we're just going to cut them pretty much in cubes. I like to cut the fat off. I'm also going to chop up a bell pepper and an onion. All right, we're going to toss these in here. So we're going to saute our onions and bell peppers. All right, we're going to put some garlic in, very generous amounts. Good job. And put some more. Good job. Put in our chicken. Okay, so while that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and shape the pizza dough and get it on the pan. Chef Charlie ended up having to step in. The dough was still too sticky, so he had to knead in more flour while I went and took care of the kiddos. He added some cornmeal onto the pan, that way the dough would not stick to the pan. Now it is time to make our pizza. Like I said before, I'm just using jar Alfredo sauce. I would have homemade it, but did not have enough time. Next is put a little bit of mozzarella cheese, which is freshly shredded, and then add our chicken, bell pepper, and onion mixture on top. I also usually add pesto to these pizzas, but we did not have any and did not have time to make my own. I did end up breaking up the chicken a little bit because the pieces were a little big. And once I got the chicken broken up into nice small pieces, we top off the pizza with some more shredded cheese. Now you can use the bag shredded cheese, but it definitely changes the taste and the texture. And I feel like bag shredded cheese does not melt as good as freshly shredded cheese. And I also add some feta cheese as well. And now this will go into the oven at 500 degrees for about 15 minutes. Everything is thoroughly cooked. You just need to cook the dough now. Usually you would cook pizza like this on stoneware, but I do not have stoneware, so we're using aluminum pans, which it's still cooked pretty well. This pizza came out so good and tasted so much better than frozen pizza. There was none left. Everybody ate it. Everybody loved it, even my picky toddlers. Come back next week for another cooking video. Bye, guys.